Hey everyone, welcome to my second pranayama video. If you haven't watched the first one, click the link below, go check that out, and then return back here because that one goes hand in hand with this one, and we want to make sure we have a strong foundation of our breath practice before we go into this next one. As I mentioned in the prior video, this breath exercise takes a little more focus and concentration. It's a little more challenging. So it's perfect for any time you're having a lot of anxiety and stress and you can't seem to quiet out the thoughts that are going on. The 3-part breath isn't quite cutting it. You're still in your head. Tap into this breath practice. This one is usually done in a yoga class. But it's great to do anytime you're alone and just need to settle, or if you have a minute to be alone and tap into this to calm yourself down. It's wonderful. But in a yoga class, when you do this, it helps to cultivate heat in the body, and it energizes as well as relaxes the body and the mind. So you may have been in a yoga class or just listened to my yoga classes on here, or as I'm breathing, you can hear kind of that Darth Vader breath and think, what is going on in here? There's a reason for it. And it's so great. So we're going to go into that right now. I'm going to have us take a cleansing breath, do a couple rounds of our 3-part breath, and then I'm going to talk you through this next breath practice, which is Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi, super fun to say. It's also known as victory breath or ocean breath because it is more audible, and if everyone's breathing together in this way, it sounds like the ocean, and it's super awesome. So let's take a cleansing breath. Let's do 2. I always like 2. The first one's kind of setting the tone, and the second one is really letting go of whatever's been going on for you. So inhale through the nose, open the mouth, let it go. So good. One more. 3-part breath. Belly, ribs, collar. Go. One more round. Awesome. So now we have that strong base. We're remembering, we're feeling it. We're already feeling a little more calm. We're going to keep the 3-part breath going as we do our Ujjayi breath. So the basis of our Ujjayi breath is it's audible, and we're contracting our throat muscles. So on an inhale, we're going to practice this with our mouth open first, and then we'll do it with our mouth closed, which is how you will practice it. So with the mouth open, beginning, just listen to me first. I'm going to say on the inhale and ah on the exhale. So listen. I'm going to take a breath real quick. So I'm still doing my 3-part breath. I'm just adding noise to it. Try it out with me. Let's do 2 rounds together, and ah. And we're using the same muscles that we use when we whisper. So maybe try to whisper real quick and kind of see how that feels. Those are the muscles we're using. It's a little more hollow in the back of the throat. Here we go. And ah. Take a breath. Inhale, ah. Let's do 2 more. Feel what this feels like in your throat. 1 more. Same thing, but close the mouth. With the mouth closed. And ah. 2 more rounds. Close the eyes. 3-part breath. Ah. 2 more. One more. And relax. Just notice for a second, keeping the eyes closed. How are you feeling? And slowly open the eyes. It's so relaxing, and you may have noticed already that it does take a lot more concentration and a lot more focus. So during your yoga classes or in your daily life, tap into that breath practice. Usually in our yoga classes, we don't start Ujjayi breath until we've started our core work. So in the beginning, when you're just warming and easing into the practice, you can just work with a 3-part breath and be more focused on the mind-body connection than the breath. And then once we get into the warm-up section and we're bringing some heat in the body, that's when we want to get into Ujjayi, adding more heat, more focus, more energy especially. And as I mentioned before, with our cleansing breaths in the middle of a class, if you're starting to feel depleted, cleansing breath, and then take that moment right after your cleansing breath to deepen your Ujjayi practice. And you're going to notice such a difference in your yoga practice. I hope it makes such a difference for me. And it's easy to forget that we're supposed to be doing this breath practice in the middle of the class. It is a practice because we have to keep reminding ourselves and tapping back into it to its full extent, lengthening out the breath as long as you can. So let me know what you think in the comments below. I hope you enjoy. Ask me any questions that you may have, and I will see you guys next time. Namaste.